Greetings from ABC Acres. I'm Grant Shadden, here in our greenhouse to show you how to propagate elderberries from softwood cuttings. But before I do that, I want to show you something. My mother-in-law came in from Iowa last night. I picked her up at the airport, and she got me new sunglasses, which was a real blessing because I stepped on my sunglasses a few weeks ago out in the field and I ruined them. So I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know if she's trying to say something, but the name brand of these sunglasses is Ugly Stick. And so it's official, I just got hit in the face with an ugly stick. So there you go. Now, we're gonna move on from that. Don't think about it for too long. This elderberry plant that's in this greenhouse in a somewhat conspicuous place is actually the result of some bare root plants that we had ordered, and we had a branch broken off of one of the bare root plant starts. And I was making a willow rooting hormone for a video that we did a while back, and I simply tried to salvage this broken branch, which was very dried out, almost completely dead, and I stuck 3 of the branch cuttings in the willow rooting hormone, and one of them out of the 3 survived. And all of this growth from this elderberry plant right here, this tall stalk and all sprawling probably out of view of the camera, is from about 4.5 months growth. So elderberry plants can be incredibly vigorous when they take and they're in good conditions. And we want to propagate this one. It's a survivor. It is growing really well, obviously in a nice protected environment in this greenhouse. But I'm going to take my pruners and then just show you a couple ways that you can propagate these, what we call softwood cuttings. They're still fresh growth. They're green. They're still somewhat herbaceous. They haven't gone to the very fibrous, woody growth, which you can still propagate the hardwood cuttings. And I'll show you here near the bottom, it's almost starting to transition from that softwood to the hardwood. But I'll start with this tall stalk here and just clip it off. And when we're making our cuttings, we strip some of these branches and leaves off, and then I'm going to cut about 1-foot sections, pretty roughly. And again, strip some leaves off. And for our purposes here, I'll show you these bumps right here. So that's starting to become more of a hardwood cutting, and roots will form out of these little bumps or nodes on the outside of this branch. And a couple different things we can do. You can stick it right in some soil, some good moist potting soil, about 4-5 inches or so. And we're going to want to keep the soil really moist, especially early on, to get those roots to sprout out. A more traditional way is to simply take your cuttings and put them in a container of water, once again 4-6 inches in depth for the water, and just let that soak, usually for 2-3 weeks, probably closer to 3 weeks, to really start getting some good root growth coming out of that, and then you can pot it up into the soil. So it just kind of depends on how vigilant you can be in keeping the soil moist, or if you have a nice shady area to get that root growth going before you put them in a sunnier location to push vegetative production. For us, since we have so many potential cuttings, I've got about 5 inches of water in the bottom of this bucket, and we'll just throw a lot of them in there. Now you can see here all this growth. I'm gonna speed this video up while I kind of clip it all apart, and we'll count what we got from this one broken branch off of a bare root plant that we were still able to plant the rest of the plant in the ground. And just giving this thing a chance at life, we'll see how many more potential elderberry plants we could have for springtime planting next year. Here we go. All right, our final tally of cuttings that we got from this 4.5 months of growth of this, what most likely would have just been a dead branch to most people, this elderberry plant from the spring, yielded 26 cuttings, 26 potential elderberry bushes that we could plant out next spring. We're gonna get these potted up once they've rooted from the water and allow them to grow out throughout the winter months and have some nice, big, healthy elderberry starts to plant out in our field come springtime. Now, you can still propagate elderberry plants. Obviously, you could order some and grow for a couple years and start trimming, or most places in the cool to cold temperate environments have elderberry plants even along roadsides. You can find them once you start knowing what you're looking for, and you could just take some pruners, make sure it's not on private property, and if it is, ask for permission. But you could just take some cuttings and put them in the water and allow them to sit until you see roots develop, and you would have your own fantastic berries on your property that can be made into jellies, jams, pies, wine, and really the best thing with elderberries is these medicinal tinctures. Elderberry is a fantastic immune system booster, and so they're a great plant to have in your homestead, farm, even a smaller lot. A few elderberry bushes will go a long way into allowing you to grow your own food that is medicine. So once again, I'm really excited about this. I mean, it's just really cool to see how much life can happen when we give it an opportunity to and create some conditions and give it a fair chance. And we're gonna leave this root here. It's obviously very happy, and we're gonna allow it to just keep regrowing, and this will be a great mother plant for us to take from, cut from, and continue propagating for elderberry plants all over ABC Acres. Well, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.